All right. All right. Want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right. Now, real quick for any new viewers. All right. The names that I just spoke are in a tongue, a language. All right. That's what tongue means. It means a language called the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Okay. And we believe through faith that that is the real Hebrew spoken, in the spirit world by the Lord, the angels, and that is the language in which the Lord's true name uh, lies in. All right. It's not the modern Hebrew, because the modern Hebrew is not pure. It's tainted with other languages. So we believe that through faith, the Most High's true name is Yahweh. All right. Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning exists or is, and the Lord's only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahweh Shai. All right. Yah meaning he, Hawa Shai means saves or delivers. All right. And we have to have, the Lord the Lord had to give us the true names in order to be saved, man, because that's what the scriptures say, in Proverbs, that, we roughly paraphrasing that, we need the name. We can only be saved through calling on the Lord's name. All right. So we know that the Lord gave his true name, and we believe through faith that it's Yahweh. All right, is the name of the Most High, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the who the world calls Jesus. All right. So with that being said, all right, and this video is to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. That you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the real Hebrew Israelites, and anybody else whose spirit truly resonates with these words and has faith in the names Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, no matter your nationality. And today, no matter your nationality, if you truly have faith in the names Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, all right, and you believe in the 100% doctrine, then you're an Israelite, man. Now, I just wanted to quickly, you know how we be thinking about different loopholes in Christianity's doctrine, all right, just to sharpen our sword more and whatnot. I just thought of this little loophole in what these Christians say, and it was just a little funny to me, and I just want to do a video on it. I just thought of a little loophole in what the average Christian says, because real quick, the loophole is that when you ask a Christian, because Christians don't acknowledge that reincarnation is a biblical concept, because they don't acknowledge that reincarnation is a biblical concept, all right, and that every single body on this planet has had a past life and that we are reincarnated, because they don't acknowledge this, then there are multiple loopholes in their doctrine. And one of them is when you ask a Christian, why are babies born with different ailments and mental illnesses and mentally challenged and retarded, and certain babies are born blind or deaf or missing limbs or deformed in some way, shape, or form. When you ask them that, because it's a good answer, all right, especially if you don't know that reincarnation is a biblical concept, it's a valid question. Like, it's a valid question if you want to have understanding. Like, hey, why does God allow babies that clearly don't know right from wrong? They're not, they don't have that level of consciousness to discern between right and wrong. Why would God allow a baby to die? Or, this is a touchy subject, but why would God, you hear stories about babies, infants getting raped. Like, you have the question, why would God allow a baby to get raped, or a baby to be born blind, or a baby to die? What did the baby do to deserve that judgment? And if you ask your average Christian pastor or Christian, then they don't really have an answer. And then when you ask them, where do babies go when they die? Do they go to heaven or hell? These Christians will tell you that when a baby dies, he is automatically granted access and he goes to heaven, which makes zero sense. And I was just looking it up here, and I'm not going to read every single article, but you can just see, all right, you can just see when you look up, do babies go to heaven? Every single answer that Christians will tell you, all right, if you just Google it and see what Christianity's perspective, every single answer Christians will tell you that when a baby dies, they automatically go to heaven. All right. When any baby gets aborted, they automatically go to heaven. And they don't really have an answer to tell you why certain babies are born with different illnesses and mental illnesses and whatnot. They don't really have an answer. It's because they don't have the answers, man. And it was just funny. It was just think about it, because they tell you every baby that dies automatically goes to heaven. So according to Christianity, and this is what was funny to me, according to Christianity, when you die, Christians say, all right, you go to either heaven or hell, meaning when you die, and they don't acknowledge reincarnation. So mind you, they're saying this is your first incarnation on the planet Earth. So they say that when you die, you either go to heaven, which they say is some realm that's all some separate dimension that's all white, and you just wear white robes and do nothing all day. I guess you just vibe out, right? And then they say when you die, you go to some separate dimension where Satan is there laughing at you and torturing you, and you're just burning for millions, billions upon years. You're just on fire, burning. And that is the most stupid, foolish thing I've ever heard in my life. According to them, all these aborted babies are just automatically granted heaven, like there's heaven. It was funny. It's like, so what they say is all these aborted babies, any child, any baby that dies, right, because they're not conscious enough to sin and do wrong, that they automatically go to heaven. And that, yeah, they don't essentially they don't have the chance, right, to go to hell. Since they died a baby or a child, they automatically go to heaven. But us, those who are adults, when you quote unquote become an adult, right, you turn 18. Now when you suffer for your sins, for your consequences, now you face the chance of burning in a separate dimension for eternity, for billions of years, right? So that clearly that makes no sense. All right. And Lord willing, I'm gonna get into the scriptures now. I just wanted to show you my thinking for the video, but Lord willing, is it makes sense and it's edifying, man. So I'm gonna show you in the scriptures why certain children are born with different mental illnesses and defects, and then I'm going to show you in the scriptures where children and everybody goes when they die. All right, so yeah, this is John 9 and verse 1. It says, and as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Now, why in the world would his disciples, all right, so the backstory is that Yahushua is rolling with his disciples, right? And then they come across a man that was born blind. So why in the world would the disciples ask if that child sinned in order to be born blind, or that his parents sinned in order to be born blind? Why would the disciples logically ask that question? Because the disciples understood reincarnation. That's why they asked the question. The disciples understood the concept of reincarnation, and they knew that that was real and that it really happens. How else can you explain verse 2? And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Okay, it makes zero sense. Why would they ask if that man sinned to be born blind? Okay, how can a little baby that doesn't even know he's a baby, that hasn't he formed thoughts, words, doesn't know anything, how can he sin to be born blind? What could he have done in the womb to warrant him to be born blind, right? If according to you Christians, reincarnation is not in the Bible, right? So what could that baby have done, right? Why did the disciples ask, who did sin, this man or his parents? Why would the disciples ask if that man sinned? Because they understood that that man had a past life where he sinned, and the Lord would have was judging him in that life. That's because the disciples understood that. All right, there's no way around that. Right? And verse 3 says, Yahushua answered, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. So clearly, all right, clearly, what did Yahushua say? He said, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents. Meaning, it's not because of the sin that this man did in his past life. And when it says your parents, understand that according to the scriptures, we are our ancestors. Okay, we are our ancestors. You get, according to the scriptures, man, you get reincarnated through your same bloodline. So we are our parents. We are our forefathers. That's why we are punished for the sins we did in our past lives, for the sins that our forefathers did, because we are our forefathers. Okay? So it says, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. So that's common sense, right? Common sense. So now that we understand reincarnation is what? Yahushua said that he didn't sin or his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. Meaning the reason that he was born blind was so that Yahushua could perform that miracle on him that would increase the faith of those that seen it, right? Which goes to show you that there's really either one of two options for babies that are born with different defects, right? So in this scenario, you had a blind baby, and he was born blind so that the Lord could perform a miracle and heal him and increase the faith of others. All right. So to answer the question, why are different babies born? You know, you hear all these crazy stories, babies born with paralyzed from the waist down, babies born blind, born deaf, born mute. Why these things happen? Either one, because that baby is being judged for the sins from his past life, or they could be born that way because what do the scriptures say? The scriptures say, or what did Yahushua say? He said let me just get it really fast. All right. Right. This is John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. All right. So just like Yahushua cured this man from his blindness to increase the faith of those that seen, what? Certain chosen men, all right, only men, because only men are the prophets, all right? Certain chosen prophets, certain men are going to receive spiritual powers in this time, in your lifetime. Very soon, certain men are going to receive spiritual powers where they are going to be able to heal people. All right. They are going to heal these blind babies, these mute, deaf babies. They're going to do real healing, man. Not like this fake excuse my language, but bullshit that you see on YouTube. It's going to be when the Lord gives certain men spiritual powers, that the acts that they are going to do is going to be undeniable. All right. You are going to see a man with no legs. You're going to see him grow his legs on the spot. All right. The spiritual powers that these men get, these certain, whoever the Lord chooses to give it to, which is undoubtedly a prophet. All right. A man, a part of the 144,000. Okay. So the different men that are going to get spiritual powers, when they heal people, they're going to be healing people. Like in this example in John 9. All right, we're going to, Lord willing, man, hey, Lord willing, I can even bear witness to it, man. But in our lifetime, we're going to see that the certain chosen men receive spiritual powers and cure people from their blindness on the spot, instantaneously. All right, grow people that are missing limbs. You're going to see their limbs grow back on the spot. All right, you're going to see a mentally challenged person become sane. All right, you know, you're going to see somebody with no arms grow their arms on the spot. All right, these are the spiritual powers that are coming, man. And it's going to be what? To increase the faith of the elect. So that's the answer to why are certain babies born, all right, with different illnesses and stuff. It's because we've all had past lives and we all get judged for our past life. All right. And then also what? Certain babies, certain children, certain men are going to they're going to get healed by the prophets, and that's going to increase the faith of the non-believers. All right. So that's the answer to that question. All right, Lord willing, that made sense, because I know a lot of people, myself included, I had that question when I was in the world, because it's a valid question. All right, why are certain babies born blind and born with these diseases? All right, well, like I just read in John 9, that man was born blind so that Yahushua could what? Heal him and increase the faith of the non-believers. All right, but then you also have what? You still suffer from the sins from your past life. So in order to understand why children are born blind and why certain people have, you hear these crazy stories of children dying, that's because they are getting judged for the sins that they did in their past life. All right. Let me get this other scripture. Romans 3:23, it says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God." All right. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. That goes for what? Baby, child, and adult. All right. It didn't say only adults have sinned and come short of the glory of God. No, it said for all. Everybody, every single spirit on the planet. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. All right. Reincarnation is a biblical concept. How all have sinned. Okay, these babies that die and get judged in a horrible way, they're not innocent. Those babies had a past life where they were a fully grown, conscious adult that was wicked and warranted their judgment in this life. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple, man. That's why you hear these crazy stories of how infants and stuff die. And you got to understand that they had a past life, man. For all have sinned, meaning ain't nobody innocent. Okay? So you got to understand reincarnation to understand judgment. All right, now let's go on to where do you go when you die? Because according to Christianity, you either go to heaven or hell, which that's not true. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High, who gave it." Okay, so what does it mean when the dust returns to the earth as it was? Meaning when you die, your physical body goes to the ground, and it says what? "And the spirit shall return unto the Most High, who gave it." Meaning what? When you die, your spirit goes to the spiritual realm. Okay? That's simple. That's simple. That is simple, man. When you die, your spirit goes to the spiritual realm. Let me read that again. Okay? Ecclesiastes 12:7. "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High, who gave it." So what does it mean your spirit shall return unto the Most High, who gave it? Return where? All right, where does the Most High dwell? All right, in the spiritual realm. All right, other terms for it, the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension, that's the spiritual realm, man. AKA heaven. All right, and when you read the scriptures, you come across there's really three meanings for heaven. All right, you got one is what the spiritual realm. All right, where the Most High dwells, Yahweh Shai, got taken up to, where the angels are at, and then what? Another meaning for heaven is the Shemayim, all right, pertaining to the waters, which is what? Space, sky. Okay, the sky, the space. That's another meaning for heaven. And then you have what? The last one is a state of rulership. All right, pure bliss, peace. You're ruling. You're at peace. You're in your heaven. So you got the spiritual world, all right, the sky, and then a state of rulership, man. So that whole Christianity nonsense of when you die, you go to heaven or hell, that's nonsense, man. Every single spirit that dies, when they die, you go to the spiritual world, and then you are waiting to be reincarnated back on the planet Earth. The word reincarnated, means back, incarnated means in flesh. So you are back in the flesh. When you die, we just read in Ecclesiastes 12 and 7, your body goes to the earth and your spirit goes to the spiritual realm. And then you're reincarnated back. You come back, your spirit comes back in a different body. So it makes no sense to then, for Christianity says that all babies automatically go to heaven and everybody else potentially goes to heaven or goes to hell. No, every baby when they die goes to the spiritual realm, just like everybody when they die goes to the spiritual realm. All right, that's the simple fact. And then you wait to be reincarnated, and then you're judged in your next life. It's that simple. That's why certain people are born with illnesses and are born blind and things like that, is because we all get judged for our past life, and certain people are going to be cured. All right, certain people are going to be cured of their illnesses when the different men get the spiritual powers to heal them. So, Lord willing, that was edifying, man. There's a whole bunch of precepts I can get on the matter, but I just wanted to get to the point, and it's late, it's like 3 a.m. This was just on my spirit though, to cut that loophole in Christianity. Again, it don't make no sense since they don't acknowledge reincarnation. They they don't have the answers. They, like Kanye said, you ain't got the answers, Sway. They don't have the answers to these questions that our people need, man. Okay, you go up and ask your average pastor, well, why do babies die? Why are certain babies born with illnesses? And they don't have an answer to give you. All right, they're gonna give you some bullshit that God is never wrong, and or Salaki, we know that the Lord is never wrong, but I'm saying that they don't got the answer, so they just come up with excuses, for their lack of knowledge. All right, we know that the Lord is never wrong, but yeah, I'm gonna end it there, man. Lord willing, this video was edifying. All right, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakudash. All right, Lord willing, that was edifying. All right, shalom.